Hello, very good morning to all our live viewers. We are back with the first match of the day in the One Champion Elite Season 42. PHF Falcons taking on Kosmos Titans. Coin toss fell in favor of Titans. They have opted to field first. Good swing there for the bowler. Wind flowing very nicely here at One Champion Cricket Ground. It will assist the bowlers. 15 for 1 Falcons after 3.3. Current rate 4.29. Titans have kept the batters quiet. This time, shape away. Huge swing after pitching. Leaves the right hander. Beats him on the cut. Excellent spell of bowling from Meena. Pushpendra Meena into his second over. 1.4 overs. 6 for 1 so far. He's getting the ball to swing both ways. This time it came in for the right hander. Beautifully waits and plays late with a very soft hand into the mid wicket and through for a quick single. Good running between the wicket. Kartikesh 7 of 9, whereas 7 of 10 for Deepti Rajan. The one down Falcons. Well, this time it's way outside off stump. Yes, it will be given wide. Now the grass cover on the surface is gone. It's there, but it's not as green as it was in the previous weeks. Well, this time, is it a wide? Yes, it is. Bowler looking to attack the body of the batter, trying, trying to cramp him for room. In the process, he drifts one down. Good take by the wicketkeeper. Score moves to 18. An excellent over so far from Meena, Pushpendra Meena. Only 3 runs coming so far of this over. Last ball. Well, there's a swing. That ball hitting high on the bat, so no timing whatsoever. Good running between the wicket to close out the over. 4 runs coming off the fourth over by Pushpendra Meena. 19 for the loss of 1. PHF Falcons after 4. Sumit will continue into his third over. Starts off with a good delivery outside off stump. Batter looking to play that ball on the rise. Gets beaten on the outside edge. Good carry through the wicketkeeper. It's a dot ball. 19 for 1. PHF Falcons. We are into the fifth over. Final 2 overs remaining in the power play. Slightly full. Batter looking to go downtown, get speed in. Well, that ball was there to be taken. Batter needs to go at the ball. That ball was very far from his body. No real foot movement for Karthikeyan. In fact, for Karthikesh on that occasion. This is good from Sumit. 2.2 overs, 9 for none. He's kept things tight. Economy under 4. Well, this time played off the back foot. Yes and a no. Slight mix up. In the end, both the batters deciding against the single. This time the ball came in after pitching, swinged sharply. Well, that's been the feature of the bowling so far for Falcons. They have got the ball to move. Once again, huge appeal. This time given. Hint of aways movement there for Sumit, and that took the thinnest of outside edge. Karthikeyan not really happy with the decision, but Karthikesh has to walk back. Well, that's the second one. Down for Falcons inside the power play. A tentative poke at the length, at the delivery outside off stump. Looking to play off the back foot this time. Only manages to get an outside edge. Good catch there by the wicketkeeper. Comfortably carries to him, and he makes no mistake. Falcons rocked early, 19 for 2 inside the 5 overs. New batter in is Ashish Malik. He's in at number 4 for PHF Falcons. A very good batter. Ashish Malik, a waiver delivery from Sumit, way outside off stump. That's been given wide. Score moves to 20. A very good middle order batter. In fact, top order batter. Ashish Malik, 167 matches for him, 1649 runs, averaging just under 15. Strike rate very healthy, just under 119 for Ashish Malik. Well, he should have been playing that delivery on the front foot. Well, the batters are failing to judge the length. Good bounce for Sumit. He's a tall, fast bowler. He's bowling at a decent pace. More importantly, getting the ball to move away both ways. Once this time the ball coming in, it was an in-swinger safely negotiated by Ashish Malik. It will be the end of the over. A successful one from Sumit. A run and a wicket coming off that over. After 5 overs, Falcons 20 for the loss of 2. First change in the bowling attack. Junaid Khan now starts off with a full delivery, lifted over mid off. That's a boundary, welcome boundary. Deepti Rajan there with the attacking stroke. That was overpitched from Junaid Khan and he pays the penalty. That was too full and right into the arc for Deepti Rajan who beautifully lifts it over mid off and gets the second boundary for himself. Once again, charges at the ball. This time doesn't get it the middle, but still good enough. As the ball moves to the sweeper cover, it's a single. Four and a single, five of two balls. This is better intent from the batters. Coming to the career stats of Junaid Khan, he's a right arm pacer, 139 matches, 99 wickets. On the verge of getting to the 100 wickets, Junaid Khan. Economy just over 8. Three figures, best figures of 3 for 13. Well, once again lifted over, but this time it will be cut off by the sweeper cover. Sweeper cover well in front. Junaid Khan likes to ball full, is looking for the swing at the moment, not getting any. Both the batters looking very comfortable against Junaid Khan. This time a better length from Junaid. He saw the batter coming at him, dragged his length back. Dipti Rajan still goes through with the shot, gets beaten on the bounce. It's a dot ball. Good little comeback from Junaid Khan after being taken for a boundary at the very first ball. He only concedes two in his next three. All in all, 6 runs coming off the four deliveries. 26 for 2 Falcons. Well, this time Junaid stops right before delivering the ball. Dead ball signals. Match official signals dead ball. 26 for 2. 12 of 13 for Deepti Rajan. Whereas 1 of 3 for Ashish. Well hit hard. But all along the carpet, they have got the fielder now back in the long off region. After that couple of lofted shots in that direction, they've got the gully inside and they've put mid off back in the long off region. Long off and sweeper cover are the two fielders now outside the circle for Junaid. Well, that's a better delivery that took off. Good carry to the wicket keeper. Batter tries to cut but gets beaten on the bounce. 7 runs coming off the final over of the power play. Great start for the bowling team. Cosmos Titans. Falcons 27 for the loss of 2 after 6. Power play done and dusted. Someone now into the attack. Well, that's been beautifully thumped over long off for the first six of the match. Coming off the blade of Deepthi Rajan, a medium pacer into the attack and straight away. Deepthi Rajan takes liking to him and beautifully launches one in the long off region for a massive six. That's the first maximum of the match coming right after the power play. Someone into the attack straight away. In some pressure, he's a right arm medium pacer. Suman operating over the wicket. This time it was very full, driven hard, but straight to the short cover. It's a dot ball. Good fielding there by the inner circle fielder. 86 matches for Suman. 76 wickets. Economy just over 8. Best figures of 6 for 30 for Suman, who was into the attack straight away after the power play. Well, once again, beautifully hit straight as an arrow on the side screen. That's a very well timed shot. Deepthi Rajan never looked, hitting hard that delivery, timing written all over that shot. That was beautifully done. Hit through the line, straight over the head on the side screen for a six. This time, just rotates the strike, works the ball on the onside. Deepthi Rajan, this is what the smart batters do. Immediately after getting the boundaries, they rotate the strike. Score 40 for 2. Falcons now moving along nicely. Beautifully lifted over extra cover. One bounce, two bounce, and away she goes. This time it's Ashish Malik who gets into the act. Suman not quick enough, and he's been penalized for that. Both the open bowlers, did exceedingly well with the new ball. Suman, the medium pacer, now taking the beatings. He's already gone for 17. Yet a delivery to be bowled. Change in the tactics for Cosmo Titans. They have now keeper up. Hit hard and will beat the long off fielder towards his left. Well, that's a boundary. That was couple of yards away from the long off fielder, but it was stuck so well that it beats him to ease. 21 coming off the 7th over from Suman, an expensive over. PHF Falcons now 48 for the loss of 2. Junaid Khan will continue. Starts off with a good one. Diptirajan looking to cut on that occasion. That ball skids through the surface. That's a dot ball. Well, that's a very jam-packed offside field. Short third, then a deep gully. Diptirajan this time coming down the track, giving the charge. Junaid Khan saw him coming, dragged his length back. Swing and a miss. It's a dot ball, back-to-back dot balls. Well, coming to the field, it's a very jam-packed offside field. Shot third, deep gully. Point inside the circle. Sweeper cover. Short cover. Then long off. Three fielder inside the circle and three outside the circle on the offside. Well, that's a slow one. Dipti Rajan on that occasion early into the shot gets beaten. Well, this is good variation from Junaid Khan, trying to create the doubt between the batter's mind. Just short of good length on the body. Dipti Rajan does well. Just runs it in the gully for a single. Score moves to 49. An excellent over so far from Junaid Khan. Only one coming of the four deliveries. Previous over went for 21. Junaid trying to make it up for that over. Once again, a slow one, driven on the up, but straight to the short cover on the bounce. It's a dot ball. Ashish Malik does exceedingly well, waits on the ball, then plays late, but cannot find the gap. This is excellent stuff from Junaid Khan. He's keeping the batter guessing. Another slow one, cut away off the front foot, beats the point fielder towards his left, but deep gully fielder does exceedingly well, keeps the batter to one. Two runs coming off the eighth over by Junaid Khan. 50 is up for Falcons. 50 for the loss of two after eight. Suman has been taken off the attack after that expensive first over. Going for 21 now. Chandan Chaudhary gets the ball. Another medium pacer into the attack for Titans. 20 matches, 25 wickets. Economy 7.37. Best figures of 3 for 13 for Chandan Chaudhary. He'll be bowling the ninth over. 50 for the loss of 2. Falcons so far. Starts off with a short delivery. Chandan Chaudhary. That's been cut away, but only for a single. Well, swing and a miss. It's a dot ball. Good from Chandan Chaudhary. Well, this is wavered after an excellent previous delivery. He drifts one down. That's been given as a wide by the match official. Score moves to 52. Well, looking for the big shot there. Deepti Rajan completely missing that ball. Well, that ball was very close to the off stump. Chandan Chaudhary got his hands on his head. He feels that that ball should have been hitting the timber, but It goes very close to the wickets and an excellent carry through the wicketkeeper. All in all, that's a dot ball. Well, looking to cut this time, Diptirajan gets beaten as the ball skids through the surface very quickly. Well, it's a swing and a miss. A good over so far from Chandan Chaudhary. Will he close it out? Well, that's been played with the soft hand. Chandan Chaudhary did exceedingly well to get to the ball, but cannot pick it up. Clean pickup and good throw. Might be interesting. Well, that's been beautifully lift over covers for a boundary. That was a very good over up until that point, but it goes to four. Score moves to 58. 8 runs coming off the ninth over. Falcons now back on track, moving along nicely. Good partnership this. 58 for the loss of 2 after 9. Another change into the bowling attack. Nitin now gets a go. Another medium pacer with the very short run up for Titans is in 41 matches for Nitin, 24 wickets, economy 8.61, best figures of 4 for 23. Nitin starts off with a wide delivery way outside off stump. Score moves to 59 with that. Nitin, he's got a slip, short gully, short covers. Well, that's been hit hard, but straight to the bowler in his follow through, who does well. It's a dot ball. Nitin is not one of the quickest bowler. Well, that's been driven on the up chance of a run out. A good throw. Ball there bouncing awkwardly right in front. Well, once again, another chance of run out. Well, the misses again. Well, what's happening there? Well. It looks as if they have crossover for the third time. Yes, they have. 3 runs completed as the score moves to 62. Four runs so far in the first half of the over. That's slightly short. Batter pulls it away but doesn't find the gap. Deep square leg fielder does exceedingly well, keeps it to 1. Score moves to 63. 63 for the loss of 2. 5 runs coming off the over so far. 2 deliveries yet to be bowled. Well, there's an appeal there for the caught behind, but that's been given as a dot ball. Couple of, well, 5 runs coming off the 10th over. 63 for the loss of 2. PHF Falcons. We are halfway through in the first inning. Falcons, after being asked to bat first by Titans, have managed 63 for the loss of 2 after 10 overs. There will be a change in end and we'll be right back after a very short drinks break. That's a big shot right into the arc for the right hander, and it goes out of the park. Well, that was a very full delivery, and that full, it's a free hit for the right hander, and he's too set and too good a batter to miss out on such scoring opportunity. He makes full use and hits one out of the park for a six. Dipti Rajan makes no mistake. First a boundary, now a six. 10 coming off the two deliveries. Nitin goes for 10 in his second over. In the first two deliveries, but he's gone for 10 already in the first two deliveries. 86 for 2 Falcons after 11.2. Well, this time punched off the back foot. This is much better length from Nitin into the 40s. Deepti Rajan 45 of 30. 35. A very well compiled innings. Whereas 25 of 16. On the other hand, for Ashik Malik, Ashish just guiding that ball in the third man, looking for the quick single, but sent back by the non-striker. Nitin, he's got a slip in play. Slip, gully, point, and covers. Four fielder inside are on of the offside. Once again, played in the covers. Slight misfield will help the batters to cross through for a single. Score moves to 88. Once again, hit on the up in on the covers, but this time the fielder does well. Keeps the batters to not 12 runs coming off the 12th over by Nitin. PHF Falcons 88 for the loss of 2. Another introduction in the bowling attack. Rahul Devnath now with the ball. He is a medium pacer too. Rahul Devnath, right arm medium pacer, will be operating over the wicket for both the right-handers. Well, looking to play late on that occasion. Ashish Malik gets speed and it's a dot ball. 62 matches, 49 wickets, economy just over 8, 8.3. Best figures of 6 for 26. Well, that was a chance there. Fielder did well to get to the ball, but could not hold on to that one. A slight misfield from the wicketkeeper allows the batter to come back for the second run. Ashish Malik there gets a lifeline. In fact, he'll fetch couple of runs. Score moves to 90. Rahul Devnath into the attack straight away. Creates an opportunity. Long off fielder. Covered good ground towards his left. But in the end, just could not hold on to that one. And this time, swinging across the line, Ashish Malik completely gets beaten. A wild hawk across the line from Ashish Malik. 28 of 20. He's played very sensibly up until now. He needs to carry on. This time, hit away. There's a fielder behind in the mid wicket, so it will only be a single. Score moves to 91. 3 runs coming off this over so far. A good over all in all from Rahul Devnath. This time lifted in the extra cover region. Sweeper cover gets the ball on a bounce. Does it exceedingly well, so it will only be a single. Score moves to 92 now. 92 for the loss of 2 after 12.4. PHF Falcons. Well, that was slightly short in terms of length. Ashish Malik swings one, but he misses. That's a dot ball to close out the over. After 13, 92 for the loss of 2. Ninety-three for the loss of 2 after 13. PHF Falcons 93, 93 for the loss of 2 after 13. Nitin will continue. 2 over 17 for none for Nitin into his third over. Starts off with a low full toss. Well, Ashish Malik asking question there with the square leg umpire. Was it above the waist? But he says no. That was clearly below the waist height. Another low full toss. Bat turning in the hands while meeting with the ball. Ball moves into the square leg region for a single. Score moves to 94. 94 for the loss of 2 after 13.2. PHF Falcons. Swing and a miss. Well, that is being given as a wide. This is good tactic from the bowling team, just looking to stay away from the hitting arc of the batters, dragging them wide. Hit hard, but all along the carpet in the long off region, only for a single. This time swings across the line but doesn't find the gap. Deep square leg fielder does exceedingly well, collects the ball on the bounce and gets it back in time. So batter will get only a single. Score moves to 97 for the loss of 2. Well, that's been given wide just outside that wide line on the off stump, trying to drag the batter outside off stump, trying to keep the pressure on. Well, that's been hit hard. but only for a single. Score moves to 99, on the verge of getting to the three-figure score. 99 for the loss of 2. Well, last ball of the over. Well, that's in the air. Coverfield coming underneath and he puts it down. Well, that should have been taken by the bowler himself. He makes no call. Covers comes in, but he puts it down. 7 runs coming off the 14th over. 160. In fact, 100 for the loss of 2 after 14 overs. Falcons 100 for the loss of 2 after 14 overs. With that single, 50 is up for Deepthi Rajan. Very well compiled 50. 50 of 42 for him. He needs to bat throughout the innings. Well, that's a wayward delivery down the leg. That's been given as a wide. Rahul Devnath. 1.5 overs, 10 for none. Coming to that knock of Deepthi Rajan. 50 of just 42 deliveries, 3 boundaries and 3 sixes in that innings. Strike rate of 119.05, just under 120. Deepti Rajan is played exceedingly well. A good over from Rahul, only 6 coming off the 15th over. PHF Falcons 106 for the loss of 2 after 15. Well, that's an excellent catch. Batter playing away from the body. Pushpendra Meena back into the attack straight away. Gets Ashish Malik. Ashish Malik reaching for that one. Trying to get it over covers. But only managing to hold out to the circle right at the edge. Shivraj. Chicky there. Right at the edge. In the covers. Make no mistake. Takes good catch. Getting low towards his left. Third one goes down. A partnership that was looking very good for Falcons now has been broken. 106 for the loss of 3 after 15.1. New batter in is Shobit K in at number 5 for Falcons. 124 matches for Shobit, 1845 runs, averaging over 18, strike rate 116, gets beaten on the outside edge. That ball going away with the angle for the right hander. This is good from Pushpendra Mena. He balled it away from the right hander on previous instance. Straight away from the hitting arc. Batter still going after him and paying the penalty. Well, this time wrapped on the pads. No appeal for the leg before. Well, that's been given runs by the umpire. Score moves to 107. Diptirajan still out in the center. 50 of 42 for him. He's anchored the inning so far. Well, pulls, but doesn't get the good piece of the bat, but still good enough for a single. 108 for the loss of 3 now after 15.4. PHF Falcons, they need to finish big. Once again, full just inside that wide line on the offside. Batter pleading for the wide, but the match official says otherwise. That's a dot ball, a good over, 2 runs and a wicket so far by Pushpendra. Last ball of the over, hit straight, but fielded beautifully by the bowler himself in his follow through. An excellent 16th over by Pushpendra Meena, 2 runs and a wicket. PHF Falcons 108 for the loss of 3 after 16. Rahul Debnath to continue into his third over. So far, 2 overs, 11 for none for Rahul. Well, that's an outside edge. That should have been stopped by the short third fielder. A misfielding will help the Falcons. That's a boundary. Deepti Rajan looking to go big. Once again, a bowler proceeds with a very similar tactic, just trying to drag the batter on the offside. This time hit away, but by the time both the fielders get to the ball and passes it back, both the batters are through for a couple of runs. This is good from Deepti Rajan, looking to smack boundaries on the regular basis from here on. Deepti Rajan is a very expensive, very explosive, very experienced batter. Well, this time he comes down the track, doesn't get off the middle. Fielder in the long off region, settling, and he takes a beauty. Vishwa the man there, Vishwas Kumar in the long off region makes no mistake. Finally, a big wicket of Deepti Rajan falls, looking to up the ante, looking to get the second boundary of the over. In the process, that brings his downfall. 114 for the loss of 4 after 16.3. Shubham is the new batter in after the departure of half centurion. Dipti Rajan, who departed after making 57 of 46 deliveries. Well, there's an outside edge. Once again, beats the short third towards his left. That's a boundary to open the account. Streaky, but Shubham will take it. 4 is 4. Anyhow, they come. Score moves to 118. Shubham in at number 6 for Falcons. 25 matches, 392 runs, averaging for 24.50, strike rate of 117.31 for Shubham. He's in at number 6 for Falcons. Straight away gets off the mark with a boundary. This time looking to cut an intentional one. but Shubham gets beaten. It's a dot ball. They've got a deep gully for Shubham after that boundary in the short third. Well, this time slapped off the back foot. Work to be done in the long off region. Fielder does exceedingly well and keeps the batter to 1. 11 runs and a wicket coming off the 17th over by Rahul. PHF Falcons 119 for the loss of 4. Nitin now to bowl out. Starts off with a very full delivery that's drilled down the ground but only for a single. Shubham took the first run very quickly but he has to settle in for a single. Nitin to bowl out 3.1 overs, 25 for none so far for him. Into his final over, will bowl the 18th of the inning. Once again, goes for the Yorker. Well, that was not timed at all from the batter. That is the reason why they have the time to get back for the second run with ease. Score moves to 122 now. Well, in fact, that's been given a no ball. Free hit coming up. Shobit early on in his innings gets a free hit. Well, hits it, but will not get a boundary. In fact, it will only be a single. That was very full delivery from Nitin. Nitin looking for Yorkers in this over so far. All three deliveries, which was balled, they were very full. Once again, a Yorker from Nitin. Batter happy to nudge it away on the offside for a single. Score moves to 125 now. Well, this has been beautifully placed right in between point and gully. Point fielder dived towards his left, but it was always going away from him with the angle. Shobit just waits on the back foot and cuts that one right between point and gully, and he'll fetch a boundary. That will be the first boundary for him. 8 of 7 for Shobit. Both the batters now searching for boundaries as we are into the final 3 overs. Slog overs alert. Batters will look to maximize in this over. Once again goes for the Yorker, but beautifully guided in the point for a single. It was a very quick single. In the end, misfield from the point fielder makes the cause even easier for the batting team. 130 is up now for Falcons. Last ball of the over. Nitin to Shubham. That's a low full toss. Swinged away. Work to be done in the mid wicket. He does well but cannot restrict the batter to 1. It will be a couple of runs to close out the over. 13 runs coming off the 18th over. PHF Falcons 132 for the loss of 4. Final 2 overs remaining in this innings. Pushpendra Meena now to bowl out. 3 overs, 12 for 2 so far for Pushpendra Meena. He's been pick off the bowler so far in this match. Will he finish it off his spell on the high? But starts off the over with a wide. Looking to take the bowler, take the batter wide on the outside, on the off stump. Stay away from the hitting arc. That's the intention. They've got an extra fielder on the offside. Well, that swing enemies. We have to wait for the umpire decisions. Well, will they come back for second on the overthrow? No, they are settling in. They are settling in for a single. That was beautifully bowled from the bowler. Pushpendra Meena. 3.1 overs, 14 for 2. Well, that's beautifully executed from Pushpendra. Just inside the wide line on the off stump. Batters need to move early in order to get closer to the line of the ball. Pushpender at the moment operating very smartly. This time he goes on the body and he pays the penalty. That's been beautifully lifted over short square leg for a boundary. Well, that was a poor delivery with this kind of field set on the body will help. That's a boundary. Welcome boundary for Falcons and Mohammad. Uh, Falcons and Shubham. Shubham now moves to 13. 13 of 8 deliveries, whereas 10 of 9 for Shobit. Both the batters batting aggressively as we are into the final couple of overs. Well, looking to just stay inside the wide line on the off stump. In the process, he's bowling too many wides. Pushpendra Meena under tremendous pressure into his final over. He's already bowled couple of wides. Boundary and a single so far in this over. All in all, 7 runs coming off the over. Well, this is better length. On the good length, the ball keeps low, skids through, and beautifully collected by the wicketkeeper. That's a dot delivery. Last two balls remaining in this 19th over. 139 for the loss of 4. Falcons. Well, this time the ball has been drilled straight as an arrow. No chance for long on and long off to cut that off. That was stuck very firmly by Shubham. Got down on the one knee. He stayed low and got the bounce that he was after. And will get a boundary for that. Score moves to 143. Now last ball of the 19th over. Well, this time he punches one off the back foot. Will they come back for a single? Yes, they do. They're taking the quick single. Slight misfield in the point as well. Allows the batter to complete the single with his 144 for the loss of 4 after 19. 144 for 4 after 19. Rahul Devnath now will ball out and will ball the final over of the innings. 144 on the board for Falcons. What will be the target they'll be eyeing? They'll be eyeing anything over 155, around 160. It will be a very good total. Well, this time the batter swings, but he misses. You miss, I hit, says Rahul Devnath. Leg stump uprooted on that occasion. Batter sacrificing his wicket on the team's cause. Big shot was the demand. He went for it, but doesn't get any connection on the ball. And the ball crashes into the leg stump. Fifth one down. Half of the team now back in the sheds for Falcons. 144 for the loss of 5 after 19.1. Sohan is the new batter in. Advances. Gets the inner half of the bat. Square leg fielder after the ball, but the ball wins the chase. Well, that ball never looked like going for a boundary. That was not well timed shot from Sohan, but he'll still fetch a boundary. 400 the strike rate for Soham. Well, this is good batting. Giving the charge to the bowler, getting to the pitch of the ball. Still gets no way to the middle of the bat, but still gets a boundary. This time, an improvisation. He moved early and played a beautiful scoop shot. No one there in the fine leg. It's a boundary. An excellent improvisation from Sohan. Sohan Lath with couple of boundaries straight away. He's got 8 of 2 deliveries, strike rate of 400 for Sohan. 150 is up for Falcons. 152 for the loss of 5. 3 balls remaining in this innings. They'll be targeting somewhere around 160 Falcons. This time it's in the air. Will that clear the deep fielder? Yes, it does. What a shot that was from Sohan. Sohan Lach with the 6. That's the second one of the innings. Coming right at the 20th over. Well, Rahul Devnath going full, trying to stay away from the hitting arc. Ball that outside of stump, but Soham was up to the task. Once again, full hit away. A misfield in the mid wicket. Will get Soham a boundary. Well, this is the hitting of the highest order. Soham Lath with the flourish right at the end for Falcons. He's got 18 of 4 deliveries. Well. Rahul Devnath taking beatings in the final over. He's already gone for 18. Last ball of the over. This time he goes for the Yorker and beautifully executes one. Soham still does exceedingly well by hitting that ball in the sweeper cover. He'll get couple of runs. Even better running between the wicket. An excellent close to the innings. Soham getting 20 of just 5 deliveries, and Falcons ends up 164 on the board after their 20 overs. 165 is a very competitive total, and it will be the target for Kosmos Titan when they come out to bat. 165. We'll be right back after a very short innings break. Do catch us on the other side. Well, that's an excellent pickup and sharp throw right on the target. Batter there was well short of his crease. Match official there had no hesitation before raising his finger. Batter thinking that he might made his ground, but the match official thinks otherwise. Well, that's the first one down. In the very first over, Tarun there in the short third does exceedingly well. Charges on the ball, picks it up cleanly, and bullseye. Hitting the timber. Well, 8 for 1 inside the first over. Cosmos Titan. Well, the player there not happy with the decision, but he has to walk back rightfully. Well, evidently in the video evidence, batter look well short of his ground. First one down for Cosmos Titan in the very first over. 8 for 1 after 5. Shobit now to share the new ball along with Nikhil. 124 matches for Shobit, 65 wickets, economy 6.63. In fact, 7.63. Best figures of 3 for 8 for Shobit K. He's a right arm medium pacer. Now operating over the wicket for the right handers. 8 for the loss of 1 after 1.1. Cosmos Titan. Well, that's been beautifully played off the back foot. But there's a protection behind in the gully, so it will only be a single. Score moves to 9. Coming to the new batter, Nitin. 41 matches for him, 325 runs, averaging 13. Strike rate just under 110. He's in at number 3 for Cosmo Titan. After the dismissal of Tarun Shukla, Nitin has joined in. Kaushal Rajput. Well, we have to wait for the umpire's signal. Yes, that's a wide. White plus 1. That ball clearly drifted down the leg. Shobit should have started more outside off stump. He's getting good amount of swing on the surface. 11 for 1 Cosmos Titan, 1.2 overs. What an eventful start this has been. Well, Kaushal Rajput advancing, giving the charge to the bowler, hitting it all along the carpet in the mid-off region for a single. A quick single between both the batters. Good running between the wickets. Score moves to 12. Once again, ball drifts down the leg. They get an extra. Wicketkeeper does well, but still cannot restrict the batter for crossing through for a single. White plus 1, 2 extras for Titans. Well, Shobit is getting good amount of swing, but is failing to control that swing at the moment. This is better delivery, better line, better length. Rajput Looks to cut that one, but gets beaten on the bounce. Good carry through the wicketkeeper. This is a very good surface. If you ball at the good channel, you'll abstract. Huge appeal, but that looked evidently drifting down the leg. Rightfully, match official says no. Ball is swinging in sharply with the angle for Shobit. He's got a very slingy action. Ball's wide of the stumps. Well, there's an inside edge. Ball moves to the square leg. It will be a single to close out the over. 7 runs coming off the second over for Cosmos Titan. 15 for 1 after 2. Well, Nikhil to continue. That's a good delivery. Cramping the batter for room. That's a dot ball. Wind flowing very nicely here at One Champion Cricket Ground. Assisting the bowler to get that in swing. Once again on a good length. Got some extra bounce. Wrap the batter on the rib cage there. These are not the good signs for the batter. Kaushal Rajput, 4 of 11 deliveries. Very good batter right at the top for Titans. That's third ball. Third dot ball on the trot by Nikhil. An excellent start. 1.3 overs. 8 for none for Nitin. This time a flashing blade. Ball goes over the inner circle. Short third. Gives it a chase, but his effort goes to vain. That's a boundary. Much needed one. Kaushal Rajput throwing a kitchen sink at that one and getting a thick outside edge. Ball was in the air for a while. Gully fielder was interested, but that ball was always going over. That's a boundary, much needed, streaky, but Kaushal Rajput will take it. This time full, it's in the air. Mid off fielder settling underneath and takes it. Excellent reverse cup catch there by Shobit, complimenting his co-bowler very well and getting that second wicket. Batter looking to up the ante, and that brings his downfall. That was full, but came right off the toe, and a good catch by mid-off fielder. Titans 2 down in a blink of an eye. 19 for the loss of 2 inside 3 overs. Pratik is the new batter in at number 4 for Cosmos Titan. Very experienced batter Pratik. Drives it on the up. Slight misfield, but still it will be a dot ball. 266 matches for Pratik. 4,305 runs. Averaging just under 24. 106.85 the strike rate for Pratik. An excellent third over. Four and a wicket coming off that one. After three, 19 for two Titans. After four overs, Cosmos Titan 24 for the loss of two. Nikhil will continue. Two overs, 12 for one so far for Nitin. Both the bowlers have bowled exceedingly well up until now. They have kept things tired. First wicket coming through a run out. Then a batter holding out. This time Nitin swings across the line. Tried to hit that outside off stump delivery in the mid wicket. Gets beaten. This time going full. Just a touch on the pad and the ball moves to the wicketkeeper, who does exceedingly well while moving towards his left. Wicketkeeper behind the timber had done exceedingly well. Well, that's in the air. That's a beautiful connection on the ball, and that's a six for Nitin. That is what he was looking after. A something full in his arc, and Nitin hits the ball a long way. That's the longest park. That's the longest side of the ground. But still, Nitin managing to clear that one with ease. 30 is up for Cosmos Titan. 30 for the loss of 2 in 44.3. Well, Nikhil was bowling very good up until that point. He goes slightly full and gets penalized. Well, that's an outside edge. Ball hitting the toe of the bat. A wild throw, no one backing up there. So the batter will come back for the second run. Nitin once again looking to hit straight. Well, that's full and straight. Batter played all over that and no hesitation in match official's mind before raising his finger. Well, he's got a six. Now he has to walk back. Batter getting his revenge. Nitin not happy with the umpire decision, but it was clearly evident that he was right in front of the middle stump. That ball would have crashed in middle and leg. That looked pretty adjacent. Third one down for Titans inside the fifth over. Nitin has to walk back. 32 for the loss of 3 after 4.5. Shivarachiki, the new batter in for Cosmos Titan, in at number 5. Straight away, hits one, straight down the ground. No better way to get off the mark. Straight away, right at the middle of the bat. A very aggressive shot to get himself off the mark. A single to close out the over. After 5 overs, 33 for the loss of 3. Titans. Shobit will continue. Played off the back foot. There's a protection behind in the deep point. So it will only be a single. Shivrachiki, very aggressive batter. In at number 5 for Titans. 198 matches for Shivraj, 4,777 runs, averaging just under 29. Strike rate very healthy, just under 133, 132.99 to be precise. Well, the bowler goes very full there, just inside the wide line. Huge appeal for caught behind. A very animated appeal from the fielding unit, but the match official thinks otherwise. Falcons there looked very interested. Well, that's been cut away. A good fielding by short third fielder. Takes the ball on a bounce and release that one very quickly. No chance for the batters to cross through for a single. That's a dot ball. Single coming off the first half so far in this over. Pratik, 2 of 5 for him. That's a very good delivery. On the length, outside of stump. Pratik looking to cut that one, but that ball goes over his bat due to the lack of bounce. On that, ball skids through the surface. One and a three dot so far. Well, that's very full and goes through the defense of Pratik and hits the timber. Shobit there changes his line and length, attempts a yorker and beautifully nails it. Hits the target, hits the timber behind, and fourth one down for Cosmos Titan. Well, the fourth top order batter dismissed inside the power play. Shobit with the wicket. 34 for 4 inside the power play. Cosmos Titan. New batter in is Chandan Chaudhary. He's in at number 6 for Titans. That's a dot ball. A good over from the bowler for the bowling team. Run and a wicket coming off that over. Only a single and a wicket. Power play done and dusted. Cosmos Titan 34 for the loss of 4 after 6. Change in the bowling attack. Ashish Malik now into the attack. He's a right arm medium pacer. Balls in with a short run up. Ashish Malik likes to hurry the batter. Ashish. Well, that's a good shape there for Ashish. Coming in sharply. Batter looking for the big glory shot there. Gets beaten. It's a dot ball. 167 matches for Ashish Malik. 142 wickets. Economy 7.76. Best figures of 6 for 12. छोटे रन अप से डालते हैं आशीष मलिक. इस बार गेंद हवा में स्वीप का हुआ फील्डर अंदर आ रहे हैं मगर गेंद उनसे पहले गिरेगी जिसके चलते सिर्फ एक रन मिलेगा. शिवराज चिक्की बड़े शॉट लगाने के लिए जाने जाते हैं. इस बार अगेंस्ट द विंड शॉट लगाना चाहते थे, पूरी तरह से चूके. बल्ला घूमा उनके हाथ में जिसके चलते गेंद डीप फील्डर के हाथ में नहीं गई. एक बड़ी शॉट वहां पर विकेट कीपर ने बॉल दे मारा. कोई वहां पर बैकअप नहीं, फिर भी रन के लिए नहीं गए. वहां पर बैटर थोड़े से डिस्कम्फर्ट में नजर आते हुए. काफी लंबा स्ट्रेच कर वापस अंदर आए थे चंदन. Well, huge appeal, but that ball looked like it might miss the leg stump. Match official says not out. Both the batters are through for a single. Score moves to 37. Well, that's a slow one. Huge appeal. But the match official says not out. He's unmoved. Well, wicketkeeper and bowler both looked convinced, but umpire unmoved. That's a dot ball. Once again, attacking the stumps. We have to wait for the umpire signal. Well, he says leg by. Drifting on the pad, moving into the fine leg. After 7 overs, 38 for the loss of 4 Titans. Another introduction in the bowling attack. Garvit now with the ball. Another medium pacer was into the match. Garvit, 184 matches for him, 140 wickets, economy 7, best figures of 5 for 9. Starts off with a length delivery which has been punched off the back foot by Shivraj Chikki, only for a single. इस बार थोड़ा सा बाहर गई गेंद टप्पा खाने के बाद, जिसके चलते वाइड का इशारा अंपायर का। स्कोर जा पहुंचा 40 पर। इस बार पंच किया यहाँ पर बैकफुट पे, और एक शार्प सिंगल वहां पर। अच्छा थ्रो वहां पर पॉइंट फील्डर का, मगर वो दोनों बल्लेबाज कामयाब एक रन हासिल करने में। इस बार सीधे बल्ले से खेला, वहां पर सीधा हाथ में गई फॉलो थ्रू में गर्भित के, जिसके चलते डॉट बॉल। 3 रन आए हैं अभी तक इस ओवर से। एक बड़े शॉट के लिए गए वहां पर शिवराज, मगर अंपायर का इशारा वाइड। वहां पर टप्पा खाने के बाद गेंद बाहर जा रही है। गर्वित। इस बार बैकफुट पर खेला वहां पर शॉट, एक्स्ट्रा कवर में वहां पर डी फील्डर मौजूद। सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक रन मिलेगा। एक और लेंथ पर डिलीवरी, जिसको अच्छे अंदाज में खेला बैकफुट से, सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक रन के लिए। दोनों बल्लेबाज सूझबूझ के साथ यहाँ पर बल्लेबाजी कर रहे हैं। 4 विकेट अभी तक गंवा चुके हैं टाइटंस। एक पार्टनरशिप की यहाँ पर जरूरत। इस बार पुल किया बैकफुट से, फील्डर वहां पर डीप में मौजूद मिड विकेट में, जिसके चलते सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक रन मिलेगा। 7 रन आए हैं 8वें ओवर से गर्भित के। 45 4 विकेट के नुकसान पर 8 ओवर के बाद कॉस्मोस टाइटन। जबरदस्त शॉट वहां पर, अच्छा एफर्ट वहां पर डीप में। सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक रन मिलेगा। शिवराज चिक्की वहां पर बैकफुट पर गए, अच्छे अंदाज से पुल किया था, मगर गैप नहीं ढूंढ पाए, जिसके चलते सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक रन मिलेगा। आशीष मलिक अपना दूसरा ओवर लेकर, 1 ओवर 2 बॉल 3 बिना किसी विकेट के अभी तक। इस बार बड़े शॉट लगाना चाहते थे चंदन चौधरी, अंदरूनी किराना लगा बल्ले का, और बॉल मिड विकेट के क्षेत्र में जमीन चीरती हुई 1 रन के लिए। करंट रन रेट 10 से ऊपर जाता हुआ कॉस्मोस टाइटन के लिए परेशानी बढ़ती हुई। इस बार एक और फ्लैट बैटेड शॉट वहां पर शिवराज चिक्की का, सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक रन मिलेगा। 3 रन आए हैं अभी तक 4 बॉलों में इस ओवर की। अच्छी बॉलिंग यहाँ पर फैल्कन्स की, पूरी तरह से बांध के रखा है बल्लेबाजों को। इस बार पैट पर ड्रिफ्ट किया, थोड़ी सी अपील, मगर अंपायर ने नकारा। एक बेहतरीन ओवर यहाँ पर पनपता हुआ फैल्कन्स के लिए। सिर्फ और सिर्फ 3 रन आए हैं। आखिरी ओवर, आखिरी बॉल इस ओवर की। इनसाइड ए, रन आउट का चांस वहां पर। थ्रो लगाया वहां पर विकेट कीपर ने, मगर चूके अपने टारगेट से। जी हाँ, काफी करीबी मामला हो सकता था। सिंगल के साथ ओवर समाप्त। 4 रन आए हैं 90 ओवर से। 49, 4 विकेट के नुकसान पर टाइटंस 9 ओवर के बाद। गर्वित अपना दूसरा ओवर लेकर और इस पारी का 10वां ओवर डालेंगे। आखिरी ओवर इस एंड से। 8 रन 13 गेंदों में शिवराज चिक्की। 4 रन 8 गेंदों में चंदन चौधरी। इस बार बैकफुट पे पंच किया यहाँ पर चंदन चौधरी ने, सिर्फ और सिर्फ 1 रन के लिए। इसके साथ 50 पूरे हुए टाइटंस के। 50 4 विकेट के नुकसान पर 9 ओवर 1 बॉल में। यहाँ पे रेगुलर इंटरवल्स में विकेट गवाई है टाइटंस ने। एक और विकेट यहां पर गई है। शिवराज चिक्की एक और क्रॉस बैटेड शॉट लगाना चाहते थे, पूरी तरह से चूके और गेंद सीधा जाकर डंडे पे लगी और ऑफ स्टंप निकलकर बाहर। 5वां झटका यहां पर टाइटंस को। आधी टीम यहां पर पवेलियन वापस टाइटंस की। सिर्फ और सिर्फ 50 रन बोर्ड पर, 50 पर 5। 9 ओवर 2 बॉल के बाद कॉस्मोस टाइटन। New batter in is Sumit. He gets off the mark. Garvit with his first wicket. 5 wickets down now for Cosmos Titan. Half of the team now back in the sheds for them. Well, that's a good delivery. Chandan Chaudhary looking to cut that one. Gets beaten on the outside edge. An excellent spell of bowling for Garvit. 1.5 overs, 9 for 1 for him so far. Last ball of the over, a steep bounce. That ball took off from the good length. Initially, Chandan Chaudhary was looking to play and at that one, but he stops his shot at the very last moment. A successful over, 2 runs and a wicket coming off the 10th over. We are halfway there in the chase. Cosmos Titan are 51 for the loss of 5 after 10. 114 more needed. We'll be right back after a very short drinks break. Ashish Malik to continue. Starts off with a full delivery. That ball was lifted over covers but beautifully backed up by long off fielder, so it will only be a single. Well, that's wrapped. That's pretty adjacent. That's you don't get any plum than that. Batter they playing down the wrong line and he was trapped in front. He was covering all three stumps and match official, no hesitation, no second thoughts. His finger was up in a flash. 6-1 bites the dust for Cosmos Titan. 52 for the loss of 6 after 10.2. New batter in is Junaid Khan in at number 8 for Titans. Titans now in all sorts of trouble as they have lost 6 down. That was a full delivery once again. Ashish Malik attacking the stumps. This time Junaid Khan defends it off the front foot. That's a dot ball. 139 matches for Junaid Khan. 931 runs, averaging over 17. Strike rate just under 114. He's a very good low order batter. Junaid Khan, huge appeal. Wrapped on the pad, but the time the ball was drifting down the leg. Match official rightfully says not out. Well, that's a loopy delivery. Slow through the air. Junaid Khan looking for the big shot. Doesn't get it off the middle. So it will only be a single. Score moves to 53. Titans are losing wickets on regular basis. They need a partnership. Required rate now over 12. They need runs too. They are in a strangle. Well, looking to guide that one. Gets beaten. Sumit. That's a good over from Ashish Malik. 2 runs and a wicket coming off the 11th over. 53 for the loss of 6. Harsh Nishant now into the attack. Starts off with a wide delivery way outside off stump. 13 matches for Harsha. 4 wickets. Economy just under 10. Best figures of 2 for 16. Well, Junaid Khan looking to cut that one but gets beaten. That's a dot ball. 54 for 6. Cosmo Titans while chasing 162. In fact, they are chasing 165. Well, that's been beautifully cut away by Junaid Khan. By the time sweeper cover gets across, both the batters will collect couple of runs. Good running between the wicket. This time defended off the front foot by Junaid Khan. Straight back to the bowler. That's a dot ball. Excellent passage of play for Falcons. PHF Falcons. They have delivered with the ball. They did well with the bat in hand in the first inning, and they have backed up their batting beautifully by the ball in hand. Another couple of runs for Titans. Good from Junaid Khan. He's got 5 of 7 deliveries. 5 runs of this over so far. Once again cut away, but this time straight to the deep fielder. So it will only be a single. Score moves to 59. 6 runs of the over so far. Last ball of the over. 59 for 6 after 11.5. Well, was there a catching chance? Bowler there was interested, but the keeper puts it down. Nonetheless, it's a dot ball to close out the over. 6 runs coming off the 12th over. 59 for the loss of 6 Titans.
Well, that's in the air, but will not carry to the deep fielder. Fielder there in the deep should have been charging at the ball, but he waits for the ball and takes it on a bounce. That's a poor effort, I must say. He could have gone for the catch. He should have gone for the catch, in fact. Well, this time it's a clean as a vessel. That's it straight as an arrow on the side screen. That's a monstrous hit from Junaid Khan. He said, enough is enough. That was a slow one. That's a six. Much needed boundary for Cosmos Titan. Once again, hit hard. Ashish Malik does exceedingly well in his follow through, but he might have hurt himself in the process. Match official there was in the firing line. Last ball of the over. That's a length delivery. Sumit plays it off the back foot. That's a dot ball. 9 runs coming off the 13th over by Ashish Malik. A good one for the batting team. 68 for the loss of 6 after 13. That's a boundary that was very full from Harsha, and Sumit hits it straight as an arrow. No chance for long on, long off to cut that off. That's a welcome boundary, much needed one. 9 runs off the first two deliveries. This is looking to be a good over for Titans as their score moves to 78. Titans now cruising in last couple of overs. They've got couple of big overs. Once again looking for the big shot. Gets an inside half of the bat. Ball moves all along the carpet in the leg side for a single. Well, that's a full toss and met the full face of the bat. Junaid Khan presents a straight bat on that occasion. Will only get a single. 80 is up for Titans in just 13.4. Junaid Khan getting 16 of 14 deliveries. Sumit 11 of 9 deliveries. Th- This partnership growing along very nicely. 28 of just 20 they have added. Well walked away on the onside looking for the two. Yes, the misfield will help them to come back for the second run. Poor from the deep fielder. Well, that's a low full toss. Hit straight, but the long on fielder will cut it off. Now who's set well straight after couple of boundaries down the ground. A good over for batting team. 14 runs coming off the 14th over. 83 for the loss of 6. Titans. Another introduction in the bowling attack. Aki Thadani now into the attack. That's a short delivery. That was a good throw there. Chance of a run out. Wicket keeper, if would have collected cleanly and dislodged the bails, that would have been mighty close. This time, Sumit coming down the track looking for the big shot. Gets an inside half. He's coming back for the second run. Throw is at the wrong end. He should have gone for the wicket keeper's end. Back to back couple of runs in the first two deliveries. Aki, the new bowler, 47 matches for him, 31 wickets, economy 7.89, best figures of 3 for 13. That's a short delivery. Sumit looking to cut, gets an outside edge. No one there in the slip. Good fielding by the short third fielder. It's a dot delivery. This time he cuts it, but straight to the fielder who's standing 3/4 in the deep point region. So it will only be a single. 5 runs coming off the 4 deliveries. Aki is bowling well. This time played off the back foot. There's a deep extra cover. So it will only be a single. Score moves to 89. Good comeback from Aki. He's kept things tight in this over, apart from that couple of runs in the first two deliveries. Well, this time guided away. Sumit looking for the single, but sent back by Junaid. It's a dot ball to close out. A good one. Only 6 runs coming off the 15th over. 89 for the loss of 6. Titans. Another introduction in the bowling attack. Tarun Shukla now into the attack. Starts off with a wide delivery. With that, score moves to 90. Tarun Shukla, 25 matches for him, 2 wickets. Economy over 10. Best figures of 2 for 12. Well, this time it's a better delivery from Tarun. Ball skids through the surface. Batter looking to cut, but he was second late on the shot. Well, that time hit away. Excellent fielding in his follow through. Tarun Shukla moving very quickly towards his right. In the end, gets in the dive and prevents the ball. Well, that's a big shot. No one there. It's a boundary. What a shot that was. Junaid Khan moved early and he's picked his spot right in between mid wicket and straightest long on. Much needed boundary for Junaid Khan and Titans. This time it's short. It's been cut away behind point. Fielder giving it a chase, but the ball will win the race. That's a boundary. Back to back boundaries. A much needed one for the batting team as the score moves to 98. 98 for the loss of 6 after 15.4. Well, that's a big shot. Will that clear the deep fielder? No, it will not. Well, Sumit looking for the big shot. Holds out in the deep. That ball was outside of stump. He dragged that delivery onto the onside. And Shubham in the deep mid wicket makes no mistake. It was straight down his throat and he takes it. After 16 overs, 99 for the loss of 7. 99 for the loss of 7. Partnership was going along nicely, but something has to happen. The new batter in is Rahul Debnath. Aki to continue. 1 over 6 for none for Aki. Starts off with a short delivery outside off stump. Cut away but straight to the deep point fielder. It will only be a single. Interesting field. Short third. Short gully. Then a 3/4 deep point. Then deep extra cover. Short covers. And long off. Whereas long on and deep mid wicket. Two fielders outside the circle on the leg side. And a short square leg. In the meantime, a very animated shout there from the bowler. Looked like it was an outside edge from Rahul Debnath. 100 is up for Titans with that single. 100 for 7. Once again looking for the big shot. That ball spinned in sharply but spinned in after the wide line. So it will be given wide. 101 for 7 after 16.2. This time the ball skids through the surface. Kept low, skid through the surface. Good take by the wicketkeeper. That's a dot ball. Aki is a very smart operator. Once again, stays wide of the batter. Stays away from the hitting arc. Rahul Devnath looking to play off the back foot. Gets beaten. Very animated. Very animated appeal there from the wicketkeeper and the bowler. But match official not at all interested. This time played off the back foot, but good fielding by Aki in his follow through. Moves quickly towards his left. That's a dot ball to close out the over. 101 for the loss of 7 after 17 overs. Another introduction in the bowling attack. Sandeep now. That's a slow delivery. Very full. Hit hard, but all along the carpet, straight to the long off fielder. Junaid was keen to get back on strike, but sent back by Rahul Devnath. 128 matches for Sandeep, 3 wickets, economy over 10, best figures of 1 for 4. He is a genuine part-timer, Sandeep. He's in to ball the 18th over of the match. Well, that's a waist height full toss. Well, that's a poor delivery. Is not express Sandeep, but still balls one full toss over the waist height. Batter definitely missed on a scoring opportunity. Nonetheless, free hit will be coming in for him next. Rahul Devnath to face the free hit. Well, that's a short delivery down the leg. Well, it's been given as a no ball as well. Another no ball on the free hit itself. So the free hit continues. Wide ball way down the leg. That's been given as a wide. Well, the free hit will continue for Rahul. Well, huge appeal, but that was a free hit, so it's not out. Well, the bowling team there missing the basics apart from run out. There's no other way that the batter could be dismissed on a free hit. It's a dot ball. Rahul looking to make full use of the free hit, but gets no connection on the ball whatsoever. That's a dot ball. This time the bowler drifts one down the leg. That's been signaled as a wide. 106 for the loss of 7 after 17.2. Too many wides and nopes in this over. Couple of wides, then couple of nopes already. He's only bowled 2 legal deliveries so far. Sandeep, in total, he's bowled 7 deliveries. Well, that's the second no ball of the over. We have to wait for the umpires. Will they continue with the bowler or not? As that was the second way over the waist height. No ball. Yes, the umpires are continuing with the very bowler as they think that it was not dangerous enough. Well, that's a wide down the leg. Well. It looks as if Sandeep is in a no mood to complete this over. Only two legal deliveries balled. Once again a wide. He's already balled 11 deliveries. In fact, he's balled 10 deliveries in this over, and only two deliveries of them which were legal. He's balled two no balls and four wides already. Well, the over continues. Four balls remaining. Well, that's a wide down the leg. Yes, it is. Sandeep is clearly struggling to ball a legal delivery here. That's a full toss. Hit away. Taken in the deep, but that was a free hit. So it will be a not out. Batters are asking for the no ball, but the match official says it was dipping. That was a thigh high full toss from Sandeep. Three balls still remaining in this over. This time lifted in the long off region on the back foot. So it will only be a single. Last two balls remaining. That's a full toss, driven wide of long off, and that will beat the long off. A misfield. It's a boundary, much needed one for Titans as their score moves to 117. 16 runs already off the over. Yet a delivery to be balled. Well, Sandeep has balled 13 deliveries in this over. Well, that was a low full toss. There was a chance there for the catch. Fielder almost got that. But in the end, the ball pops out of his hand. That's a dot ball to close out the over. 16 runs coming off the 18th. 117 for the loss of 7. Aki now into his third over. Well, that's in the air. Fielder coming underneath, but that ball just short of him. Will that ball go to the boundary? No, it will not. It will be couple of runs for Rahul. Yes, they have come back for the second run. Dot and a two runs so far in this over. Well, that's in the air. Point is behind. So ball will not carry there. It's only a single. 120 for 7. 3 runs coming off the first half of the 19th over. Once again a flighted delivery. Junaid Khan gets his leg down and sweeps it, but will only get couple of runs. That too due to a misfield in the deep. A better effort required there in the deep. 5 runs coming off the over so far. 2 deliveries yet to be bowled. This time played off the back foot straight back to the bowler in his follow through. That's a dot ball. A good over from Aki. Only 5 runs coming off the over. Last ball of the over. Well, that shot and way outside off stump, and it's been given as a wide. Score moves to 123. 123 for 7 after 18.5. 42 needed in 7 deliveries. Well, that's a big shot from Junaid Khan. That was very slow through the air and very full right in the arc for the right hander. Hits it out of the park. Now 36 needed of 6 overs. 6 sixes needed to win this match for Cosmos Titan. Tarun Shukla to bowl the final over. Starts off with a dot ball. Rahul Devnath looking to play off the back foot gets beaten. He needs to give the strike back to Junaid Khan. Junaid Khan into the 40s can get to his 50. Well, that's a short ball trying to pull. Gets the ball hit on the pads, and both the batters threw for a single. Junaid Khan diving there to make his ground. He'll look to get his 50. He's on 41 of 28 deliveries. That's a flighted delivery. Junaid looking for the big shot. Gets an inside part of the bat. Well, Rahul Devnath looking to give the strike back to the bowler. In the process, loses his wicket. Eighth one down. A good throw from the deep. Hit away in the mid wicket. Will they come back for second? Yes, they are. Bowler there failing to collect the ball cleanly. Junaid Khan with that couple of runs moves to 48. 48 of 31. 28 needed in one delivery. That's not possible. But Junaid Khan can get to his half century. Well, that's hit on the up, driven on the up, wide of long off. Will they come back for second? They are coming back for second. And the bowler fumbles. They have completed the second run. Well, the 50 is up for Junaid Khan. A well deserved 50, but it's Falcons who will take the victory with 25 runs margin. Well, the match summary: Cosmos Titan winning the toss, opting to bowl first. PHF Falcons, after being invited to bat first, posted 164 for the loss of 5 in their 20 overs. In reply, Titans only managing 139 for the loss of 8 in their 20 overs. Congratulations to PHF Falcons for winning this match with the handsome margin of 25 runs. Player of the match will be Deepthi Rajan for his excellent knock of 57 of just 46 deliveries. That's it from the commentary box. Do catch us in the next match of the day.